welcome to day 24 of our January challenge, and we're working on Paul Lewis's Autumn Nigh. We are going to have this line of teaching today, and then we're going to have a rest day. And in our rest day, I'm going to encourage you to watch the play along video that I'll do, where you will play right from the beginning up to this sort of midway point that we've reached. Okay, because it's really important that we don't just work on the sections, but that we keep joining them up, making sure that they flow nicely from one into the other. There is always a risk that it just sounds like segments, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so let's go straight in though on today's, which is starting on this third line of our second page. Okay, we've had those slow glissandos yesterday. Okay, we've got another move in our left hand. We're down on DFA. It's going to open up to CFA, then down to BFA, and these times it's crotchets, so nice and steady, and then a big rolled chord to come in that left hand. Okay, I'll play it for you first of all, and then we will talk through it. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Moment. Okay, now one thing that we want to really watch in the writ bar, which is where we've got the roll in the left and the dotted quaver in the top, it can be really tempting to turn that inadvertently into a dotted crotchet, and actually that's what I did on the rest day back on day 19 when I played through the whole piece. I actually totally elongated that note much more than it should be. And it's actually important that it moves through that so that we can then really make more of the writ on those last 2 beats of that bar, the last 2 crotchets. So that's certainly an area to note. So I'm going to start on that bar with you first before we do what's heading up to it. So we're looking now at bar 35, 6, 7, 38, okay, which is the writ bar. We've got the big rolled chord in the left. Now, you might be able to place this rolled chord, which is a G with finger 4, an F with a 2, and your thumb on the B. And that's great if you can. Otherwise, you might need to do the fastest of hops, which is a 4, and then you allow your hand to sort of pivot round onto that B. Okay? It's really great if you can place that. If that feels like a really big stretch, don't feel like you'll never be able to place it. One day you might. I have students that can now place much bigger stretches than they ever dreamed they could with the size of their hands, and it's just over the years as they've worked on placing the octaves and then a bit higher, and they've found that they can. It's amazing how you can train your fingers just because they might be shorter than you think they should be. So don't be put off. So G, F and B in the left. Right hand has a straight chord, not a rolled one. D, G and B. So the roll anticipates. Haha. And then the top chord should land with the B. We don't dally. I like to do a slide when we have such fast notes. So 1, 1, 2, 3, and then for me I'm putting a 1 on my long A that it lands on. So dum da da dum. Dum ba da dum ba, and we can slow down through those, and then A to finish. So if we try that together, and I'll count us in. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, then you can slow down like we did there on those crotchets. Just try that again. Okay, let's go again on that same section. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so just watching on there. So let's lead into that. Let's do the bar before. I like doing a bit of backwards putting together. So the previous bar to that, so the third bar of the line, We have crotchets in both hands or quarter notes in both hands. The right hand is on C and D, and it's just going to walk down 1, 1, 1, leading us to this final chord where we just reach out finger 3. Our left hand has got a B, an F, and an A. If you can, open your hand up and allow all 3 of those notes to land at once. I'm doing it with a finger 4, 2, and then 1 on the A. Okay, all of these have tenuto marks on. Okay, we're also crescendoing, getting louder through this. We're leaning into each one, and we're heading for this mezzo forte chord, which is actually the loudest dynamic marking that's been put in. We have a lot of crescendos up and down that don't specifically lead to a fixed dynamic, as it were. This one is actually marked in. We are really heading to this mezzo forte, so we really want to make a big deal of it. And we've taken 3 bars to get there, so this is prominent, okay? So we'll give you a count in, and you're just playing on each beat, so don't rush through these. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, don't worry about those last 3 quavers beyond that. Right, should we try that one more time, and then we'll go from the beginning of the line. So B, F, A in the right, C and E in the top. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and. Getting louder, and. Okay, so then if we go from the beginning of the line, like I say, our left hand is on DFA, nice triad, just opens up a note to CFA before we get to the bar you've just played, which is BFA. Okay, right hand moving down in thirds and then starting there and moving back up. Okay, so keep it really smooth, really legato, and be conscious as well that we're increasing in our volume. Okay, we have this crescendo marking. So start nice and gently, volume wise, and we'll increase our volume, won't speed up. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Building up. Well done. Okay, I'm stopping because I made a right mess of that. Let's go again. Keep it nice and steady. A and C in the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, well done. Join me on the play along videos. I think you're probably already playing that better than I am, to be honest. I will see you in the play along videos. Remember, tomorrow's a rest day or a catch up day, depending how you're feeling with it all. And in that video tomorrow, we'll have a go at playing through the whole piece as far as there. All right. See you on the play alongs. Well done.